Hello and welcome to episode 18 of VocTer Gaming. I am your host, the vocal terrorist, Jesse Rain, and we are here today on this Tuesday, this fine Tuesday. The sun is shining, my room is boiling hot, to watch imba.Strelok take on Duckload WhiteRa. As we see, we are on the GSL version of Terminus, the revised edition. Spawning right up at the north is imba.Strelok, now also part of the ever-expanding FX Open clan. So that's imba.FXO.Strelok. And at the west position, we have, sponsored by Duckload, the 31-year-old in fact, pro gamer, Duckload WhiteRa. Now, there's a couple of reasons I've chosen this match for today. One is I am a huge fan of Strelok. I really like the way he plays Terran. I think he's learned a lot recently, and I think he's become a much better player. And the other is WhiteRa. WhiteRa is amazing. For those of you who don't know, and I know there's quite a few of you watch who know me from my wrestling background or from the gaming channel, that don't really know a lot about the history of Starcraft. But WhiteRa is just incredible. He's born in 1980, married. He's probably one of the oldest, if not the oldest, pro gamer around, along with the likes of imba.T. But he's just a fantastic player. He was, when Starcraft 2 came along, one of the first people to use early VocTer pushes. He's one of the only Protoss to really make use of the warp prism currently, and does very well with that. And he's also really funny. Being Ukrainian, his grasp on the English language is very good, but it's not perfect, leading to some amusing quotes, including his use of special tactics. So we'll be seeing if he uses any of those special tactics today. As we see, very standard, getting the first gate, getting the gas. Well, Strelok morphs, that's the orbital command. Stay few notifications while this game gets underway as the cybernetics core goes down. Danielle Hunter has now left us at the XWA. She has now got a job, which means she will be working Sundays when she normally trains. Everyone's very sad, but we do wish her the best, and she will be continuing to train at Future Shock Wrestling. So I hope for her wrestling career goes very well. Had our last training session together just 2 days ago. It was very nice, and again, wish her the best of luck in the future. As well as that, I'd like to thank everyone who continues to watch this, including all the guys from the XKCD Fora, who are always plenty of fun and probably more knowledgeable about the game than even I am. But thanks very much for all watching and continuing to support me. As we see Strelok now with the Tech Lab getting Marauders. Marauders, of course, so good against Protoss with all their armoured units. Just absolutely melt through Stalkers, melt through Colossi, along with the fact that Concussive Shell stops Zealots from closing the distance to melee, and therefore makes them so effective. Very good use of gas against the Protoss. As we see Strelok placing down a very early bunker now, has come here, has seen the gas, he's seen everything that's going on in here, and is just worried about any early pressure, so we'll be bunkering off along here. Also allows him to protect this expansion as he is expanding very quickly. A tactic that tends to be used on a map like Terminus Re, that's so large like this, the rush distance is so long, even in the closer positions like this. And a second bunker going down. It wants to be very well defended. Really is worried about those early rushes from WhiteRa, which can be effective. He has won a lot of games with him before, but as we see, he's just transitioning into hopefully what is a 4 gate. Currently has 3 in the cyber core. I imagine will go up to 4 very shortly, as the warp gate technology is now finished. And instead going 3 gate Robo. Also a very, very effective technique, 3-gate robo. You can get the observer out quite quickly, see what's going on, you can start making immortals, or of course you can get the robotics support bay and move up into Colossus tech, which a lot of Protoss are favouring right now. As we see, Strelok very much focused on the economy, dropping mules, only has the one gas so far, is starting to get the second, has got the eBay up, allowing for the infantry weapons level 1, but only 2 barracks at the moment to support that. Looks like he's going to go very bio-heavy army, which can be interesting against Protoss. Obviously the Colossus can absolutely destroy bio so quickly, as we see Duckload WhiteRa here, expanding now to his natural, a very safe expansion. But Strelok does know about it, he does see it finishing. But this is very safe with the amount of sentries he has here, and the gates will just allow him to defend that against any kind of push that Strelok could make. As we see the 3rd barracks going down now, along with a factory finally. And we see this entire area pretty much walled off by bunkers. He is not going to get attacked anytime soon, as he sees there's no Stargate going down here. So he knows there's no worry about Void Rays or Phoenixes, so this will be enough to defend in the early game. Also building a supply depot here, that's very useful. You can spot any air units because he knows that WhiteRa is here. So if WhiteRa attempts to fly anything over here, this supply depot will allow him to see it on the minimap. And Strelok is very good at watching his minimap at all times. As we see now, this observer is coming in. WhiteRa is going to see everything that's going on. Sees the E-base, sees the 3 barracks, sees the factory and starport being made, comes over here, he sees that he has taken now all the gases, so he knows this is going to be very siege tanky, possibly Viking, possibly medevac. It depends what way you want to go really. There are so many ways you can do it. You can either get Vikings to completely destroy any Colossus, or you can go heavy medevac and abuse the mobility of your bio army against the much slower, much more static Colossus death ball of the Protoss. Now as we see down here, a 3rd base going down for WhiteRa is going to really want to ramp up that Colossus production. As we see here, has one queued up, does have another observer now, just in case, allows them to get good vision of the map, and moving up to 5 gates. So we're going to see, at the moment, 5 gates and 1 robo churning out Colossus. So we're going to see a very stalker heavy army, which will allow him to protect against any kind of Viking push that Strelok wants to do. But as we see here, he is going full medevac right now, which is going to allow him to abuse drops and of course heal up his Marauders. Not so much his Marines, as Colossus will melt through them in 1 or 2 shots before they can be properly healed. But these drops could be very effective, as we see here. But DuckloadRa knows exactly what could be going on right now. He's seen the starport go up, he knows drops could be coming, is warping in stalkers right here. They are going to see this drop and stop it from landing. Brilliant play there by WhiteRa, really good game sense, really good game timing. As we see a 3rd command sentinel going down for Strelok. And the thermal lance upgrade is halfway done now for WhiteRa, as this is quite a large push as Strelok moves out. Now what this will be is, if he knows about this 3rd base, shall we find out if he knows? You go here. He does not know about this 3rd base. If he checks for it, he will take it down. This will kill it. If he doesn't, he will move instead into here. Yep, and in fact he doesn't. He's not going to take those rocks down, and he's instead going to attack here. Heads straight for the Colossus, and it goes down so fast. Brilliant move. But a 2nd Colossus is out, and all this bio is going to melt. Absolutely ineffective. He's instead going to try this drop now, but the Stalkers are waiting. The Stalkers are waiting, and these medevacs are going to go down. 1 medevac goes down, but these Stalkers are dying. Zealots in now tanking the damage. Both medevacs go down, which means this drop is not going to escape. Marauders being stimmed, but it is not going to be enough. They are going to kill those Stalkers, but they are going to die very shortly. The probe's now fleeing, using that Zealot warp to give him time to escape. Does need to kill this off. And here come the Colossus. Needs to be careful, does not want to lose this Colossus, and in fact will not. That was fine. With the 3 bases, the loss of mining time there is completely negligible. That drop did absolutely nothing. It killed a few Stalkers, but it foiled the main push into the second base here, and he foiled the drop very, very well. Very good play by WhiteRa. As we see him now getting the Twilight Council. This will allow a few things. Of course, it allows Dark Templar or High Templar with the respective buildings, but it does also allow the Blink upgrade and the Zealot Charge. Now, it'll be interesting to see what one he gets. I think Zealot Charge can be very, very effective against the Bio Army, and as we see, he is very Bio heavy with 5 racks now, compared to just the 1.